So a lot of people have been asking me what a day in the life of a Stoic would look like, or how to live like a true Stoic. And as someone that has been practicing Stoicism for over a decade and has tried their best to align their life with Stoic ideals, this is a day in the life of a Stoic. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius talks about meeting your duty in the morning, and I don't think the time is important, but it's important not to hit snooze as you cement that bad habit of not being true to your word and choosing slight comfort over real progress. So a lot of people always ask me how would a Stoic respond to rude people, and this park's a good example because I've been coming here for years. I normally walk my dog or I work out on this park, and there's oftentimes a lot of litter, a lot of broken glass. Not long ago there was dog waste smeared all over the park on all the monkey bars, everything that a bunch of teenagers had done in the night. And so what I do is I often clean it, acting on verba, practice your philosophy, don't just talk about it. I can't complain about a mess and then just not be the one tidying up. And when there was like the dog waste, I went home, got a bucket, cleaned it up. And it was nice because no man came up to me, he was talking about how he was trying to keep the park clean. But then, I often just try and be the purple thread, as Epictetus says, try be the one cleaning, because I think people see this and go, it makes them reflect on their own character and they go, I can do that as well. It makes it seem possible, which is silly, but I started picking litter because I seen an old man do it. And then the last thing is, down there, all the way down there, at the basketball court, there was kids and they were leaving a mess, or teenagers, they were leaving a mess, and I just confronted them like, guys, come on, don't leave a mess. Just pick it up, put it in the bin. And then I started picking up litter in front of them, and they took care of the mess, and they stopped messing, and they didn't say anything silly, they were apologetic. So there's different ways in which you can practice your philosophy. There's no right way, as long as you're going with practice in accordance with the Stoic teachings, really, and follow virtue, and you'll be on a good path. Everyone hurries his life on and suffers from a yearning for the future and a wariness of the present. Stoicism has taught me that we only have the present moment. I was always trying to take and take from life, hoping for a better future, hoping that things would eventually change, and ignoring what was actually in front of me right here, right now, in this moment. If you are present and you don't ask for more, you can fully experience life, and it's something you get much better at with practice. This also happens to remove anxieties of the future and regrets of the past. So I just try and be here and do nothing else. The Stoics recommended voluntary discomfort. Marcus Aurelius, as Emperor of Rome, would sleep on a hard floor, do rigorous training, and eat bland food. So it's 0 degrees outside and the water is pretty cold, and I find that a cold shower or bath in the morning is very refreshing and prepares you for the day, and it makes the following tasks of the day a lot easier to take on. That's alright, it's...
The dog's joining. It's a true vision of what life is.
I really love intermission periods, like waiting for buses or trains or sitting on a plane, and you can't do anything else. One thing that will change your life is learning to love the small but certain happinesses, because most of your life is made up of the small, and if you can learn to look deep within, you'll fall in love with your life. So not that long after publishing The Everyday Stoic, I get a message from this book page who has like 200,000 followers, and he wants to read the book. He wants me to send the book. He lives in India. So I said, okay, I'll send you the book. and I asked for his address, sent it to him, and he sent me a message a week later, didn't receive your book. So then I try again, but this time I'm like, right, I need your contact information, I need your phone number, everything, so they can contact you. And I asked for this, I sent him the book, and again, he doesn't receive it. So I just kind of put it aside because I'm dealing with a lot of these sort of messages. I forget about it. And just recently, I open Amazon Author Central and I see this review from India, from the same guy, same picture, same name. And it's, out of all the 5-star reviews, this is the only 1-star one. And it's from him saying, totally garbage book. Don't waste your money on this garbage book. It's better to read by Ryan Holiday. His book's much better than this garbage book. Waste of time and money book. Not worth reading. So it's from this guy. And I was thinking, how should I respond to this? And I had my ideas, but I thought I'd sit on it for a while and see what I can come up with. And it reminded me of something that I teach myself, is I shouldn't have given this man my word without also giving him the guarantee, without also contemplating what I had to do in order to fulfill my word. So I told this guy I would give him my book, and I never did. I didn't fulfill my word. And people might say, or I might have said, like, oh, I tried to send it him twice. I spent loads of time dealing with customer service, all that kind of thing. But I didn't fulfill my word. So what I should have done is said, I can send you my book, but then also consider that there can be faults from the delivery, there can be faults on the sender, whatever. There can be many faults that come into place. I have to accept all of them before giving him my word. So how I'm going to deal with this is I'll send him a message saying, hey, sorry about the delay. I'll send you the book. Hopefully it reaches you, and then he can make up his mind what he wants to do with that information. So the productive side of us can actually ruin productivity. I always felt like I had to be doing something more, so I could never sit down and do one thing. So now I give myself a guarantee that for the next hour or two, this is the best thing I should be doing. And then I'll set a 2-hour timer, put in some music without any lyrics, and then do that thing. I find that when I do this, I'm 10 times more productive and 10 times more relaxed, with less thoughts going through my mind of what I could be doing. So I ate the lunch that my partner made me, and then I finished off the workout that I started in the morning. Working out used to be really important to me. I'd get up early every morning and do a 2-hour workout, but after having my daughter, I lost this priority and started to prioritize my daughter over working out. And also, the change in routine messed up my workout routine. I put off working out for a long time because it wasn't optimal. It wasn't like it used to be. It wasn't like the people I see on Instagram, and it wasn't like the people I see on YouTube. But I decided that small steps daily go great distance, and if something is worth doing, it is worth doing poorly. So I started to find little pockets of time where I could work out and work out with what I have. So now I just do calisthenics because I can do this from home, I can do it on the park, and I can maintain a pretty good physique with minimal effort. And hopefully if I maintain this and stay on top of this, then I can tweak the routine, I can tweak the plan, and eventually get to that optimal plan that I was once at, and a plan that works. But currently this is working, and it's keeping me in good shape, it's keeping me good, and I think working out is very important, not just for your physical health but also for your mental health. I find that when we live sedentary lives, we start to develop that sedentary mind, and we start to feel like we can't progress in life. We start to become stagnant. At least this is personal for me. I feel whenever I'm feeling a bit stuck, if I just do some exercise, it helps raise my endorphin and helps me feel productive and energized. I'm going through a heartbreak right now, and it's hard. When I think of Stoicism, I think of not showing emotions, but this heartbreak makes me feel like crying, and sometimes I find myself tearing up, and it does make me wonder if I'm weak. I'm really sorry to hear about your heartbreak, and it does not make you weak. Showing your emotions and crying does not make you weak. The Stoics were not emotionless. And we have letters from Marcus Aurelius to his tutor where we understand that he openly wept in front of the public. He also openly expresses his true emotions. So emotions are not a weakness. It's okay to feel these emotions, it's natural to feel these emotions, and suffering is just a part of life. This is something that the Stoics understood, it's something that the Buddhists understood, and it's a natural part of life. So where the weakness lies is in allowing this suffering, allowing this sadness to overtake you. All men suffer, but not all men pity themselves. So do not allow this thing to define you in a way of weakness and sadness. Allow this thing to define you in a way in which you are going to grow and step into growth, and see that this moment won't destroy you. It will build you up, and that every obstacle becomes a step in the right direction. So I know it's going to be hard right now, and it's okay to cry. Just don't add to this by pitying yourself and catastrophizing, saying how horrible your situation is. This thing happens, it's a natural part of life. You'll get through it, and I'll always be here to answer any questions that you may have. Sitting on the bus is a perfect time to just be present and enjoy it. But I've also found in the morning I had a 30-minute commute, in the afternoon a 30-minute commute, and then I did a 30-minute workout. Now if I listened to an audiobook, which I was doing, then I'd listen to 1 hour and 30 a day, every single day, which the average book is about 5 or 6 hours. So I can get through a book every week just through my daily commutes. So the best lesson I ever learned from Marcus Aurelius wasn't something he wrote, but was from studying his words. And that is that the most noble pursuit is that of being a good person, not being a great person. In my everyday life, I just remind myself to follow the Stoic principles and to be a good man, because that's what it all boils down to, being a good person. And the pursuit of being great is something that once blinded me. I wanted greatness so bad that I worked 100+ hour work weeks every single week, ruining my own health, ruining my own relationships in pursuit of greatness. Greatness can never be achieved. It is illusory. The goal will keep moving. Whenever you get to the top of the mountain, you'll see another peak to climb. But the pursuit of being a good man will be with you always. And if virtue promises happiness, then progress towards virtue is progress towards happiness. So it's been a fairly normal day, which I love. I love the normal days. I just love life, to be honest. Some days are more exciting and adventurous and eventful and busy with work, and some days a bit more chill. I think this was a very normal, ordinary day, which was good. I loved it. Loved today. Good day. My daughter, she's gone to sleep. I've just had a bath. My partner's currently in a bath, and I started The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate. I started this yesterday. Really recommend Gabor Mate's work, and I'm really enjoying this. Not very foreign. And then, hopefully, after reading a bit of this, I will do some writing. Maybe try to do 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. I find at night the world seems a lot more quieter, and it's easier for your brain to get good ideas out, at least for me. That's why I like doing it early morning and late at night. Midday is a bit busy, so it's harder to get the good ideas out, at least how I feel. Some Epictetus recommends, there's this exercise, if you know what memento mori is, to remember death. All the Stoics did it and recommended it. But Epictetus says when you kiss your child, when you kiss your wife goodnight, remind yourself that they too are mortal. I do this every night. When I kiss my daughter goodnight, I remind myself of this. When I kiss my partner goodnight, I remind myself of this. But I actually do it in every thing that I do. It used to be a practice. Well, this is like every Stoic thing that I was saying earlier. It's like it used to be a practice I had to remind myself, like, this person is mortal. This could be the last moments I have with them. Death could be right around the corner. It could happen right now. Death doesn't just happen in some distant future. It could happen in this very moment. So live life as if it were your last. And what that means is to live this moment, whatever you're doing, to the fullest, to truly appreciate the preciousness and the gift of it and the essence of it, because this may be the last time we have it. So love it and appreciate it and experience it to the fullest. And I do this exercise all the time. Memento mori helped me get over my anxieties. It helped me live life and be present and take hold of life more, be more productive, these kind of things, and worry less. But recently, and also when I was a child, I was very scared of death. And then I stopped caring. I was like, death's just part of nature. Who cares? Then I have my daughter, and when she turned 1, I woke up in the morning very early, and I had the strongest fear of death. It brought me right back to my childhood. Like, I was so scared. I was like, I can't believe I could die right now. I could lose this what I have. I could lose it all. And it was so scary. Like, I was shaking, tears running down my face. It's strange. It was like something took hold of me. This fear, like my childhood fear, just came to life in this early morning. And then afterwards, like, this only lasted for like half a minute, and then I smiled and I was so happy, because I thought, I can't look at this. I'm so scared to lose this gift I have, this life I have. I'm so scared to lose it. It's so frightening that I could lose this, that I really have something worth holding on to. It's something really precious. And since then, that the reminder of death has really lit a fire in my belly, like something so powerful. It sends shivers down my spine thinking about it, how precious this life is. And we can't just waste it. Death could just be around the corner, and there's nothing to fear. It will be there when it comes, because when death is here, we are not. And when we are not, death is here. Was that right? I don't know. But anyway, something to think about. So I'll get on reading this, do a bit of writing, and I'll call it good night. We'll say all my greatest thoughts come to me at night. And another thing is, this day wasn't so accurate. I haven't vlogged before, and vlogging is a bit unnatural. It breaks up the moment, I suppose. So it's not so natural. What you see is a little bit not accurate. The timing's a bit wrong because I had to make it work with filming and all that. But anyway, hopefully you're understanding what it's like. I hope this day in the life helped you realise what it's like to live following Stoic ideals. I know many of you probably live like this. I'm quite shocked how ordinary it is. But it's not ordinary to me. When I was living my life younger, travelling the world, doing great projects, I was shredded, successful, living the life. That wasn't very happy to me. It wasn't very good to me, because I lived in the image of more, of what I've seen on TV and on social media, of the people that are even more successful than me, even more happier, the people that are really crushing it, the billionaires and the movie stars, and I wasn't like them. But I found if you just hack away at all that, all the image, hack away at the social media, get down to the reality of life and enjoy the ordinary, you find so much more beauty. And what is great is that every single day you're surrounded by this ordinary, and it's beautiful. So learn to slow it down, learn to be present, learn to aim to be a good man. Don't aim for the images and the superficial and the things you tell yourself you should be. Just follow the principles of virtue. Be present and enjoy life as it is right now. And then work on progress every single day. Small steps daily go great distance. I hope this helps you. I write about a lot of this stuff in my book. This is kind of what my book's about. This progress and this journey going from anxious, scared, weak, to becoming someone I feel very successful in life in terms of my personal life. I'm very happy all the time, and that doesn't mean there's not suffering. Suffering's always there. We understand this, but I know how to deal with it now, and that progress is life-changing to me, and I made it through the teachings of Stoicism that I write down in my book. So hopefully that can help some of you. And like I said, it's a 4-hour audiobook. If you catch the bus the same as me, it'll take you 4 days to listen to. So I hope that helps. And if you want more of these, I can make more of these. It's a bit false what I portray on this. Sorry to lie to you all. Because getting the camera out and recording stuff breaks up what you're actually doing. And I was also editing this as I was going along, so that broke it up a little bit. But I tried to estimate what my days would look like. In a way, it was a bit of an estimate, but what I missed here was me setting up the camera, taking the camera down, airdropping the clips to my laptop, editing it, all that kind of thing. So it's kind of accurate, it's kind of not, but the vibe is still the same, so hopefully it helps you. I'd love to know how you all live. I'd love to know if you think it's also acceptable to call yourself a Stoic. Now bear in mind, I used to think it was silly, but just tell yourself, when you don't know what to do, you say, how would a Stoic behave? And then you go, I am Stoic. That's how I would behave. I don't know, it's helpful for me. Hopefully it helps you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.